Hooray! Now he's fighting with his fists. It is done. Holmes drops to the ground, the light in his eyes fading fast, but something keeps the shriveling husk of his soul stuck to this mortal coil for a few moments more. This is a place of broken things. I remake them. She asked me to remake her. He manages one more laugh, his glazed eyes rolling toward a workbench across the way. She was playing both of us. We have another action point. Your experience has increased your ability to operate in dangerous situations. I don't know what an action point means. Then, with a final bloody whimper, the Emerald City Ripper breathes his last. Bummer. There's not enough loot in this game. Holmes's workbench falls somewhere between a coroner's slab and medieval torture device. It is decorated in the many colors of death and littered with the instruments of that trade. To one side there is a leather-bound journal stuffed with uneven pages. To the other is a poxsec, its small screen still glowing. Beneath the bench is a rolled sheaf of papers held closed with a tied length of surgical tubing. Investigate the workspace. The bench has clearly played host to numerous bodies over its lifetime. It includes limb restraints as well as skeletal traction mechanisms. At this table, Holmes likely dismembered bodies or quite possibly put them back together. The tackiness of the blood suggests it has been used relatively recently. Skim the journal. Leafing through the pages, you find few intelligible entries. Holmes may not have been a real doctor, but his handwriting certainly fits the stereotype. Stuffed in the last few pages is a copy of a disinterment order from a local cemetery with the grave's occupant marked as Melinda Watts. Is that Sam Watts' sister or mother? Was that his mother who attempted suicide? Well, looks like we found Sam Watts' killer. Access the pocket secretary. Holmes is still logged in, granting you access to his currently loaded files. Prominent among them is a hospital report from a donor program. It lists the organs beside the names and vital statistics of the recipients. Your eye catches Sam Watts' name beside the entry for liver. Also on the list are the Ripper's other known victims, along with several others who may have shared in the same fate. We got money from that. There is also a large sum of Nuyen which can be easily transferred to your account. Examine the rolled sheet of paper. Unfurling the large sheet of paper, you discover a diagram of the human female form, rendered to an impressive level of detail. It appears to be the blueprints for making Holmes' very own monster. Alright, we've done it. Let me see something here. Glossary. Action pool, the points used to move or attack. Okay. Cred sticks, Drek, a common curse word, slang for scat, as in bull drek. Trivid, a device that projects 3D holographic images, used to play Tridio or Trid files. SimSense, a sensory broadcast used to project memories into the brain. Nerps, a widely advertised trendy painkiller. Meat space, a Decker slang term, refers to the physical world outside of the matrix. IC, short for ICE, an acronym for Intrusion Countermeasures Electronics, slang term for security software. Frag, a common curse word used as frag off or frag you. This is what we are. Key attribute is willpower, key skill is spellcasting. Power Bolt, the most basic spell every mage knows and has. A powerful archive of various spells. Area of effect. Buffs and debuffs. Heal. Is that all it says about mage? Okie dokie. Let's spend some karma, shall we? Willpower, we'll skip to there. Get some more willpower, get some more spell points, and that's it. Let's get a moving. Must be a bug. Shit, these guys are patients? His chip slot is still fresh, the open wound pink and wet and lurid. His voice drips innuendo, but his eyes say nobody's home. Well, hello there. Did you come to play? Male Bunraku. Are you okay? How long have you been here? Of course we're okay. We're ready for a little party. You want to have a little party with me? By your name? She's assembled in a standard config. Face of a schoolgirl, body of a stripper. You'd need some... Okay, we's gonna go through here. Nothing around here. Guess we exit. Shannon Half-Sky. As you approach the exit, you realize that Shannon lingers quite a few steps behind. Looking back, you see that she is half turned, looking pensively toward the horror show of Holmes's lab. Finally feeling your eyes on her, she faces you and raises her head in a proud, almost defiant manner. We have done much good here tonight. We have removed two vile creatures from this world, and so ended a growing shadow they cast upon the city. Our paths crossed and joined, and we did this thing together, but now here our paths must divide. You saw what I saw. This isn't over yet. No, it won't be over for some time to come. A distant cry of pain echoes down from somewhere above, and the young shaman pauses to listen to the tortured sound. There is still much work to be done for both of us, but what must be done differs for each of us. I came here to find justice for my brother, and that has been done. His spirit can now find rest, but there are other victims of the Ripper, both alive and dead, who still struggle to be at peace. Many of them are here in this place, filling the halls with their torment. I cannot leave them behind. But the spirits have something else in store for you, a different path. You must finish what you've begun. You must confront the first evil that fostered the one we have just ended. I suppose I can respect that. Thank you for everything. Because of you, my brother's killer has met swift justice, and justice of the only sort, such as a man as Holmes deserved, death. I will now set to the task of healing those he has left behind. For every madman we faced here tonight, there are a dozen innocent souls crying out in need. The spirits of the departed will also need help in passing, or else I fear they may become like those who we met in the hangar. They all deserve my help. And what about Lone Star? They can't be far behind. When they enter that room back there, they will have no thoughts other than thoughts of promotion. With the Ripper in hand, my brother will be forgotten along with all the other victims, but so too will I. They will not be a problem. Whether that's true or not, Shannon's confidence and very presence seem capable of making it true. Good luck to you, Gradius. I hope you find the same justice for your friend that I found for your brother. For my brother. Okay, good luck. Loose ends. The ride back to the Seamstresses Union is quiet compared to the pandemonium left behind at Mercy Mental Hospital. Lone Star squad cars pass you on the road, sirens blaring, no doubt in response to the aftermath of your showdown with the late Dr. Henry Holmes, the Emerald City Ripper, the man who violently repossessed the internal organs of Sam and Jessica's mother, Melinda Watts. And although the killer is dead and his grip on the city is broken, it is clear he wasn't working alone. There are loose ends aching to be tied. The taxi turns onto Redmond Way, cruising past now familiar landmarks until the Seamstresses Union, in all its decadent seedy glory, materializes between swipes of its overworked windshield wipers. Time to evaluate your next move. The union is quiet this afternoon. The salarymen and wage slaves haven't migrated from nearby offices and suburbs to dabble in the exotic yet. Johnny Clean is talking with Cherry Bomb and Mrs. Kubota when you walk up. We were just talking about you, Gradius. And the Emerald City Ripper. Ironic that you tracked a serial killer to a mental hospital. Johnny Clean told us where you were going, oh my. We have been waiting for you to return. Etiquette, Shadowrunner. I thought you knew better than that, Johnny. Johnny frowns and nods. You're right. I should have kept my mouth shut. I should have known better. It's just that we have a personal stake in the Ripper murders. We each have our reasons for wanting the killer found, Sam. Sam was a regular here, and his loss has been felt, regardless of his shortcomings. The whole sprawl has been shaken by these killings as well, the randomness of them. No one knows if they will be next or what the killer might take from them. I admit that the killings have hampered business as well. I am sorry, but it is true. It does not help that Sam's body was found down the street from here. Even my regular customers have been loath to venture out with a killer on the loose. Now tell us, oh my, did you find the person responsible for the Ripper murders? Not exactly. I got the bastard who wielded the scalpel, but whoever's pulling the strings is still out there. Someone's pulling the strings of a serial killer? This sounds more complicated than I suspected. It is. The head of the asylum was killing specific people to harvest specific body parts. All of the transplanted organs came from the same donor, Melinda Watts, Sam's mother. It looked like he was putting her back together. The three are silent as the news sinks in. So Sam had an organ planted from his mother, and then the Ripper killed Sam and all those other people just to reassemble Sam's mother? That's about the size of it, yeah. I sense a cause and effect in this. Coyote and Jake Armitage just left here to attend Sam's funeral. I am told that there will be a reinterment ceremony for his mother as well. His sister invited me to the funeral and reinterment when I met her here. Think his sister Jessica has something to do with it? Hang on, I saw Sam's sister when she was here the other day. She was as corp as they come, but I can't imagine a lady like that being behind a series of murders. There's gotta be something else going on. It is clear that you must go to the funeral and talk with Jessica Watts, Gradius. That's where I was headed, Mrs. Kubota. Of course you were. Thank you for allowing us to catch up. Mrs. Kubota raises her hand and the conversation stops. Wait, before you go, there is one thing you did not tell us, Gradius. Where is the Emerald City Ripper now? I think you know where. She nods in satisfaction. Hi. That is good. Alright. Okay, let's talk to our buddy, the Troll Bouncer here. Welcome back, Gradius. What's the latest news? I feel like I should be asking you. Word around here was that you were closing in on the Ripper when you last left. Dare I ask how that went? He won't be a problem anymore. I hope that means what I think it means. And yet your shoulders are no more relaxed, and you still survey the room like a man who has yet to return from war. This isn't over, is it? There have been some complications. The big guy sighs. I was hoping this would soon be behind us. The Baron's has a short memory, but for wounds such as these it makes an exception. To see this prolonged, I fear for how it may forever change the landscape. Gangs have already started to take advantage of the chaos left in the Ripper's wake, and that only serves to destabilize what semblance of order there was, paving the way for the megacorps to make land grabs and push poor Sinless further to the fringes where the dangers are greatest. Sooner or later, even the Union could be threatened. Good thing the Union's got you then. Good thing we've got each other. Take care, Gradius. Doc Castle looks to be better rested and in better spirits than the last time you saw her. She's also clearly had a shower and a change of clothes, maybe even some sleep. Her eyes are sharp when they turn up from her work to greet you. Welcome back, Radius. Still all in one piece, I see. More's the pity for me, but I'll still take your money. Perhaps a full physical is in order? Or we can call it a medical consultation. That's where I roughly determine the odds of your survival based on your professional proclivities. It comes with a lollipop. So what will it be? Actually, I'm curious how many patients you've lost over the years. Dr. Castle sets down her work and fixes you with a hard look. Her expression normally falls on an axis of varying degrees of indifference, depending on her level of tiredness, but now it has shifted over to something decidedly darker. Is this morbid curiosity? A person ought to know the track record of their doctor. I suppose that would be prudent. To give you a hard number is difficult. There are many who I would have considered patients that never made it home, and so I suppose one could say they died while under my care, though not as a result of it. But the number I think you want is the number of patients who died on my table, and that number is 6. 6 who I was able to save. 6 who I was unable to save, spread across a 13-year career, and I remember each and every one, down to the smallest detail, including the moment where I realized I could do nothing more for them. I would argue that 4 of those 6 were beyond helping from the moment they passed through my door. The 5th died as a result of complications while installing a stolen piece of experimental cyberware, which I had cautioned against using. And the 6th? Entirely my fault. I made a mistake. I can't claim I was overtired or inexperienced or distracted. I simply made the wrong decision, and a young man died as a result. I'm sorry, Dr. Castle. She picked up her tablet and resumed her work. Yes, well, will there be anything else? I don't know how much money I have. Do I want cyberware? Let's see. Okay, I have about 6,000. That's expensive. Wow, that's pretty cool. This one I think is best. +2 armor. Why is this not working? There must be a mistake. I have current essence of 6. Essence after operation will still be 6. Well, I guess for some reason I can't do it. Maybe it's because I'm a mage. Alright, well, let's get medical supplies. Okay, let's advanced med kits are good. Alright, I guess that's it. There's our mage. Let's see. Armor plus 2 is good. This is really good too. This target's willpower. Alright. Is there anything we want to sell this guy? Yeah, Dispel Magic has proven to not be so useful. Blindness should be a lot more useful. This is only aim level 1. I believe we have an aim level, an armor level 2. Okie dokie. Let's see if we can sell him some stuff. So, how are things in the Astral? Always a curious place, the Astral. Though a mirror world to our own, it is ever-changing. I suppose the same can be said of our reality, but things of a transitory nature here on the physical plane can cause long-lasting changes in the astral. The Barrens that we can see and touch records the past with bloodstains on the sidewalks and bullet holes in storefront walls, but the astral goes further, recording the emotions that accompany these acts of violence. These events texture astral space. I wonder how people might act if they could see and feel what's left behind. Sadly, not all who are awakened to the astral plane have their eyes so opened. There are plenty of magicians who revel in the dark energies left in astral space. But enough of my doomsaying, you must have better things to do.